Hello, Catamounts. My name is Alexander Hoffman, and this is Chats with Cats presented by WeTV. So far in this series, you've seen me interview athletes from many of our athletics here at WCU. We've also looked back at the season with 4 of our basketball players to take a look back. But today, we will be looking to the future of our men's basketball program with our new basketball coach. Today's guest is Coach Tim Kraft, our new basketball coach of our men's basketball team. How are you, Tim?
Doing good, Alex. Great to be here with you.
I'm super excited for this interview. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about who you are and your place here at Western.
Well, I'm the new men's basketball coach. I'm coming from a school called Gardner-Webb. It's about 2 hours east of here, so very familiar with Western. I'm married. I got 4 kids, and we're excited to be Catamounts now.
Yeah. What kind of basketball program are you looking to build up here at WCU?
Well, number one, one that people that are associated with WCU, whether that's our current students, our faculty, our staff, our alums, our former players, one that people are proud of, one that represents those people in a first-class way, and a program that, again, when you watch us play, when you follow our seasons, if you're associated with Western Carolina, you're going to be proud of our basketball team. And that's the thing that I really want to accomplish here. And obviously that comes with putting a good team out on the court. That comes with the way that you compete, the way that you handle yourself off the court, in the community, on campus. There's a lot that goes into that, but we want our basketball program to be a source of pride, for everybody that's associated with Western Carolina.
For sure, yeah. I think something that has started to build, but I think that we could really use is having that full pride to be associated with the team. So one thing that a lot of our student athletes talk about, but especially our basketball players and all the interviews I've done with them, is the family feel of the team and the community within the team. So how do you plan on contributing to that?
Well, we want our program to be run like a family. My wife, my kids, they're going to be involved. My assistant coaches' families are going to be involved with our team. They're going to be involved in our community. So we want to create that environment, certainly in our locker room. But I think the thing that it seems to me about Western Carolina, I've only been on the job for about a month, is that even outside the basketball program, that family dynamic exists. And, I think the last coach here, Justin Gray, he did a great job with his staff in forming that family culture, that environment within the locker room and on his team. But I think even outside of that, with our athletic administration, the coaches of the other sports, faculty and people on campus, in the community, everywhere you go, you really feel that. And I think that's a great positive thing for our student athletes, both our basketball players, but all the student athletes on our campus. Certainly as we are recruiting, I think that's a really positive thing for us to sell. So we're going to do a great job in terms of our coaching staff creating that environment, because that's important to me. That's how the type of program that we want to operate. But I think even when you get outside the basketball program, that exists here at Western Carolina, in Cullowhee, in Jackson County. So I'm excited about also being a part of that and bringing new players and new student athletes to experience that.
Yeah, I think that's something that also makes our college unique outside of just athletics, like you mentioned, is that we're kind of a smaller school compared to a lot of the schools in our state, but we have that really built-in community and everything, and I think that's what makes us so special. So you mentioned recruiting. What approach are you and your coaching staff taking in recruiting, especially with some of our players currently in the portal?
Well, when we first got the job, it was trying to recruit the players on the roster, which was 7 scholarship guys, and really 8 total guys that we're talking to on the roster. And the environment now in college basketball is going into the portal is such a common thing, and almost kind of a trendy thing, so to speak, especially if your coach takes another job, right? So immediately, we're having to work through that, and we want to try to keep as many guys as we could keep, as many guys as wanted to be here at Western Carolina. So currently we have 4 of those players from last year's roster that are committed to stay with us here, and we're excited about each one of those guys. And then we're just continuing to hit recruiting really hard. Everything, a mix of every type of player, right? From high school guys to international players to junior college players to guys that are in the transfer portal. We're looking at all those types of guys, trying to just put a great roster together, a roster that we, will be able to compete for a Southern Conference championship with. So you need a mix of some young players and some older experienced guys to replace the guys that graduated or went into the portal. We lost some really good seniors, guys that graduated that were terrific players for Western Carolina, and so trying to get some experience is important. But our staff's done a great job with it. Again, we got 4 returners from last year's team that are committed to being with us. We got 4 newcomers that are committed to being with us, and we're continuing to work to fill out those last spots, and it's going really well.
That's good to know. Yeah, seeing some of those seniors leave is kind of a bummer because, like you mentioned, we lost about 5 of them just because they were done with eligibility, and it's like such good players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't hold on to them forever, unfortunately.
Right. We'd love to have those guys still around. I mean, some great players. It's been good to get to know, Trey and Russ and Vontarius and Chuck and Kamar. Been great getting to know those guys. But I know Catamount Nation is proud of what they accomplished while they were here, and they're proud of it, and they feel great about their experience at Western Carolina and the fact that of what they were able to do here in terms of elevating this program, and we're excited to try to continue to build on that.
Yeah, they've enjoyed it so much, in fact, that Russell and Trey both said that they are thinking about coming back to here to coach eventually, and that's like,
be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, would love to have them on the staff one day for sure.
That'd be crazy. So for those that don't know, you had 11 seasons as head coach at Gardner-Webb with only 2 overall losing seasons and no losing seasons in conference play. What would you say contributed to that success?
Well, I just think, we had great assistant coaches, great support from our administration, good alignment on our campus, and we're able to recruit players that, believed in our system and our program and in what they could accomplish, and guys that worked and got better, and, just a combination really of having good people. And good people, again, in the administration and helping us, and good people on our staff, and then being able to recruit high-character players that were believed in each other, believed in what we were trying to do as coaches, and we're able to, again, most every year we were kind of in the mix there to be one of the better teams in the Big South. So it was a great run, great time at Gardner-Webb. We just loved our time there, and again, it was, we want to bring that same type of consistent winning. We were proud about the fact we were the only program in the Big South that, had gone that period of time with never having a losing season in conference play. And there's very few really programs across the country that have achieved that. And I think all of us want to go to the NCAA tournament, right? We want to cut the nets down. We were able to do that one time at Gardner-Webb. But in order to do that, you have to be one of those schools that's in the mix every year. You have to be one of those schools that's knocking on the door, to win a championship every year. And we really felt like that's the type of program that we had while we were at Gardner-Webb.
Yeah, I'm hoping that one of these seasons soon we see that here at Western too, entering the tournament, because it's been a minute.
That's right.
Western.
That's right. It's been a while. I think '96, and we're excited to have an opportunity to try to get back there. It's nothing like going to the NCAA tournament for your players, your staff, but most importantly, your fans, your alumni, your school. The way that unites a community and a campus is really, really special.
Yeah, I saw the way that our fans all united just for us going to the semifinals of the SoCon last season.
Right.
And so I couldn't even imagine how crazy it would be for Catamount Nation if we made it to the actual tournament. So what would you like to say to the Catamounts watching this to prep them for your time as head coach at Western?
Well, I think first off, I'd just like to say that we need everybody. We need every fan, every alum, every former player, the faculty, the students. We need you. We need you in order to be our best. This is something that we got to do together. And winning a championship is really difficult. But we can do it. We can do it here. We have great support here, great alignment from our administration. We're going to work really hard at this. We're working really hard right now. We're going to continue to do it. And we're going to represent Western Carolina in a way that makes everyone proud. But we need your help. We need your help to get season tickets, to students to get to the games, to make the Ramsey Center the toughest place to play in all of college basketball, certainly in the Southern Conference. And we're excited to continue to elevate this program and build on a great foundation that already exists here. And but we need everybody's help in order to be the best that we can be.
What message would you like to give to any player considering WCU that sees this, including anybody still in the portal that might be considering staying?
Well, this is a great place, number one. I mean, Western Carolina is a special place. I've been able to feel that in just my 1 month here on the job. But that's the reason I came here is we had, you could tell that there's going to be great support from the administration, great support from the alumni in order to put this program in a position to really achieve some special things. Any recruit that's considering coming to Western Carolina, what they can know is that, we're going to do everything we can to help every one of our players be the best that they can be in every area of their lives. And that's the charge that I have as the head coach and each one of our assistant coaches. The guys that we've hired on our staff, that's what they care about, developing our players to the best of our ability to help them be their best, again, in every area of their lives, certainly as players, but also as students, socially, spiritually. We're going to love our players every day and treat them in a way that they enjoy, but we're going to push them really hard too. And it's going to, again, be that family atmosphere that you talked about, but it's going to be one in which we're competing to be our best every single day. And that will lend itself to guys when they leave Western Carolina, helping them be successful in whatever they choose to do, but also will lead us to also winning a lot of games here in Cullowhee.
So my last question, and it kind of leads in from what you were talking about before about how you all will be coaching, but what would you say is the foundation of your coaching style?
Well, I think it starts kind of with our values, right? We have a set of beliefs, a set of values that we'll call Catamount DNA, right? It's our core values about who we want to be every day, and it's the way that we want to operate. And those are 4 things, and I won't get into them too much, but I'll list the 4 things. Number 1 is positive attitude, all right, and just having a great positive perspective every time we step into the classroom, to the court, to the locker room, to the weight room. And I think that when we have a positive frame of mind, it helps us be our best. So having a positive attitude. Number 2 is humility, having a servant leadership approach to everything that we do, having a team first mentality is really important in basketball since it's a team sport. So operating with humility. Number 3 is trustworthy, just being dependable and reliable to do your job. And then number 4 is relentless grit. And that's just that we're going to find a way. We're going to be really tough-minded. We're going to, be the hardest playing team, dominate effort plays, and just find a way to overcome adversity. So really, those will be the trademarks of how we operate. That doesn't necessarily have to do with anything from an X and O standpoint, but it's a mindset standpoint. I think our mindset, a famous coach used to always say that the mental to physical, the game is 4-to-1, mental to physical. And so we're going to coach our mindset every day. And you know, that's the type of team we're going to have. One that'll never give up, never quit, always play together, and really be a connected group. Again, that people can be proud of when they watch.
Yeah, I think having that mental framework is something to really think about a lot, because a lot of people just think of the sport as the physical, but
Right.
if you're really in it, then you have to be really mentally in it too.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
it's really important. So my fun question, I've been thinking about what to do for it. I think I'll do what I've done for all the players. What kind of music would you say is your favorite to listen to before games?
Before games, so I really don't listen to music hardly before games. A whole lot before games, so I'm not a guy that kind of has earphones on. I think I listen to all different types of music. The music that I probably enjoy the most is kind of country music. Like I really like Zac Brown Band. That's what I listen to the most right now. It kind of gets me more. It's more like the weekend music, you know. It gets you in that frame of mind to get outside and relax and that type of thing. But you know, if you know, the other music I really listen to a lot is just Christian music, you know, and music that's going to kind of settle me down and get me in the right positive frame of mind and thinking about the right things. But I'm not really a guy that like is listening to music before games like the players.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy listening to music and think it's an important, you know, part of you know, just getting yourself in the right vibe and right frame of mind. So that would be what I would say, man. Zac Brown Band is kind of my go-to music that gets me fired up.
Yeah, it's very interesting to
Yeah.
hear the range of every athlete and what they say is their go-to.
Sure.
So that is it for today's episode of Chats with Cats with Coach Tim Kraft. Thank you, Tim, for being in the studio today.
Appreciate that, Alex. Appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we'll see you next time, and go Cats.